Shalom, shalom, and we give all praise to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, and we give double honors to the elders of Great Millstone that feed us with knowledge and understanding. Much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet Earth, the elect that have been set up through faith, okay, to help seal the elect, because the prophecies are speaking. So we're going to jump right into this thing and do an update. We ain't going to do too much on this Ferguson, but we'll just give you an update on it.
With Infowars.com in Ferguson, Missouri, standing outside of the Martial Law Command Center at the Target parking lot. Over to my left, you can see the National Guard has made it out here. They are now boots on ground. If you notice something, though, about these guys, they do not have bulletproof vests on. They do not have riot shields. They do not have batons. They do not have M4s. They do not have sniper rifles, something that you would normally see on a soldier's person. Instead, the police are 10 times more militarized than our military. What we witnessed today is something different that I've seen out of the past week and a half that I've been out here covering the story in Ferguson. There weren't as many protesters out. There was the streets were pretty quiet all in all up until around about 11 or so. Around 11 o'clock, it started to pick up again, and as the media, we were allowed to be on the sides of the road. As long as no one was in the middle of the road, we were fine. We obeyed their commands, the police commands, and we stayed on the side and filmed. There was a shooting incident that happened in front of us. Now we know that there are 2 people who have been shot, critically injured, and are being pulled out by the EMTs. But right now, the police have forced us out, and we are at the command center, and it's about a half a mile up the road from where the main riots have been taking place. Now, there are reports on the ground from some people who actually live in the neighborhood that I've met saying that the police are going through the neighborhood where Mike Brown was killed and going through and searching homes. There are barrels of trash on fire. People are lighting numerous lawns on fire. Earlier, we saw protesters light a thing across the road so the MRAPs couldn't go into the village, but they were able to actually get out there. So we're going to continue to bring you live updates of what's going on. Right now we're waiting on a press conference. The chief of the state troopers will be coming out and speaking, and from what we've heard so far, he's not happy with how the media has reacted and acted since they've been here today, which I think is kind of funny given the disinformation he keeps feeding to mainstream media. Numerous lies I heard today which made my blood boil. Kit Daniels and Mikhail Thalen were up there giving us information as it came from the police to my radio. They were talking about Molotov cocktails being thrown. I was out there on the front lines and never saw it happen. So there you go again, the state troopers, the county police giving disinformation because they know the mainstream media won't do their job. They'll just go, okay, whatever you say, we believe you. Lord Obama, thank you. Now, after the disinformation was given by the police or the mainstream media, Marcos and I were able to get down there. We started getting tear gas. The police got in front of us.
Let me get a quick verse real quick. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 6, and we'll start at 27, because he said an interesting thing. He said the media, mainstream media, won't do their jobs. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has set up this internet to give us the means for news to come out. Along with that news would be the truth, man. Okay? Because these times is to fulfill prophecy. If it's up to Esau, he'll try to muffle the prophecy. Even though that the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is making it happen, he'll try to muffle it and hide it, man. Okay, so let me get the quick verse to back up to show you that the internet is of the Most High. This is the book of Psalms 19. Salakia. This is the book of Psalms 19 and 3. And it says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone through. It says their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is the bridegroom coming out of his chambers, and the rejoicing as a strong man to run a race. He is going forth as from the ends of the heaven. Salakia, his going forth is from the ends of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. So that's going into the internet, man. Because this internet is going through worldwide, because right now the whole world is watching this Ferguson situation, not by the mainstream media. They're watching it by alternative media and people that are actually posting it themselves. They're not worrying about the news. Nobody's looking to CNN for some news, man. You might look there for some little updates, but if you want to get the real news, you're gonna look on the internet where people are posting it firsthand, okay? And then let me read this. It's the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared." And it's going to be declared mostly through this internet and the men that are out there on the highways and byways, man. To the elders on down, man, that have been teaching us. Okay, so I thought that verse would be important.
Off the road, and you could hear shots being fired off in the distance. Those are the shots that we heard being fired that I'm assuming had 2 people critically injured. Now the police are saying this was protester on protester violence, but who knows? But like I said, I have to commend the police a little bit today, just a small bit, that much, on their efforts. They maintained very good gun discipline. Their barrels were down at the low ready. No one was pointing weapons directly at anybody tonight. But there was a protester.
All right, real quick, we'll jump to the next one. This is to show you that this martial law is heavy in St. Louis right now because they cordoned off roads. This is to show you that this is just like the preemptive situation. This is going to be on a national level, man. But to watch this closely.
If you can get out, which most likely they'll let you out, you'll have a hard time getting in. You'll spend like 30, 45 minutes again. I just had to show my license to somebody just so I can get in, basically so I can get home. So basically we are kind of trapped in a bubble, so we don't have any way of, let's see, right now just through this whole thing, we really basically can't have company. So between this and that, basically my whole thing is you can't trap people anywhere, especially if they're not in the system, basically in jail. If you're not in jail, then you shouldn't feel trapped.
But you are in jail, man. You're in a prison camp called America, Babylon. And this is a video from CNN Live, and pretty much is just showing you that these National Guards are not there for you Negroes' safety, okay? They show you what they're thinking about you Negroes real quick.
Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Given the incidents that we've seen recently, what policies or safeguards are there out there that we can enact to prevent the tendency for officers to overreact when dealing with black men?
We talked about it earlier that the simplest solution is put cameras on all the officers. The first thing that happens when a camera comes on, if we were having a conversation in the green room and I turn the camera on, you and I both know that the dynamic changes just a bit. And as an officer, if you've had a bad day, let's face it, we don't know what these guys have run into all day long. You think I'm a good guy, why are you pushing up on me? But you don't know who he just met with. So if there's a camera, he knows he's got to check himself. And if you know an officer has a camera, you also have to check yourself.
And it also may change the kind of person who becomes a police officer, as you don't want those things caught on tape.
I would not be a cop with a camera.
I'm just going to be honest with you. Last night, one of my producers said that I won't say if it's a he or she, because I don't want to give anyone away, said that they came in contact with one of the members of the National Guard. and that they said, you want to get out of here because you're white, because these N-words, we're gonna, you never know what they're going to do. True story. I kid you not.
So he said, you don't know what these niggas are gonna do, so you gotta get out of here. Let's play it again.
Never know what they're going to do. Because these N-words, we're gonna, you never know what they're going to do. Out of here because you're white, because these N-words, we're gonna, you never know what they're going to do. True story.
All right, that's it on that, on the whole Ferguson situation. But real quick, the spirit jumped on me just to look at the name Ferguson, and Elder Tahar has taught us something very, how you say, is very important to look into, is omen nomen, or nominatus deterministus, omen nomen, or nomen is omen. Okay, let's read the definition. It says nominative determinism. I'm salaki for pronouncing that wrong. It says, is the theory that a person's name can significantly have a significant role in determining key aspects of job, preference, or even character. It has a common held notion in ancient world, synthesis and or related concept, including amphithenium. I can't say all these words a lot here, but they're right there. But then we'll go right here where it says the notion that nomen is omen, or they translate it there. It says a related term to refer to a name particularly subdued to its owner. An athrony said to have been coined by the U.S. newspaper columnist Franklin P. Adams. The distinction between that's it on that. But pretty much is saying that the name can mean or give a lot about what that person's gonna do, say, or live in life. Or not say, but do. Okay, so that's the same thing with this Ferguson. So I looked up the word Ferguson, or the last name Ferguson. Okay, and it says, in most interests, his surname is the old Gaelic origin, found in Ireland and Scotland, and is a patronymic form of Fergus, from an old Gaelic personal name Feargus, composed of the elements fear, which means man, and gus, which means Fergus, force, man, force, with the paramedic ending son. This Gaelic personal name was the name of an early Irish mythological figure, a violent warrior, and was also the name of the grandfather of Saint Columba. Ferguson is by far the most popular and widespread form of Fergus. Some Irish buyers the name Fergus claims descent from Fergus. Okay, but then we go to the etymology online and we type in Fergus, and it says proper name from Gaelic Feargus, of Old English, man ability. Fergus, man ability. First element cognate with Latin fer, man. Second Old Irish gus, ability, excellency, strength, inclination, from Gaelic rude, gesture, or choice. Okay, so it is man force, or force man, or force ability, or force of man's strength. And you see what's happening here. You see a buildup of National Guard, okay? You see the buildup of these National Guard right here, and you see the buildup of the protesters, the force. So it's just something interesting. I mean, you brothers can look into it a little deeper, but I just thought it was funny that the name Ferguson means man force, or man strength. okay, man's strength. Okay, so you have the riots that are happening, and then you have the reaction, as in this martial law troops and the police that came out in force, and also the protesters that are coming out in force. Okay, all right. So let's jump into this next update. It's called It's called a NFC, a near field communication. It is set of standard, or it is a set of standard for smartphones and similar devices to establish radio communication with each other by touching them together or bringing them in proximation, usually no more than a few centimeters. NFC's standard covered communication protocol, the data exchange format, and the base of exchanging radio frequency identification, RIFD, standard included. All right, but that's just to show you the definition. But we're gonna go and show you what this NFC is being used for. Okay, to show you that this chip is gonna be everywhere, man. You're not gonna be able to have no aspects of this society without having that chip, man. Because this is a vending machine, a vending machine, man. You would think that, oh man, this chip, all these so-called scoffers and scorners are out there talking that shit, but they don't know that they have RIFD vending machines. You ain't gonna be able to get yourself a damn candy bar unless you have the mark. Dumbass Nate, dumbass, all these other groups, man. That's why we thank you, how about Shimmy Shah, for setting up good teachers, man.
Okay. You ready? Yep. By new chip.
Right there. That's his chip. Let's play it.
Chip. Gives red. Authorizing. Ready for use.
I think you Negroes need to see that again.
Okay. You ready? Yep. By new chip. Gives red. Authorizing. Ready for use.
Let's go.
My name's Emil Grastra. I'm the founder of Dangerous Things, and I'm a double RFID implantee. I first got my first implant in my left hand in 2005, and since then I've been working on different technologies, and now I have developed the XNT, fully NFC Type 2 compliant RFID implant tag. And NFC means near field communication. So near field communication is used to standardize certain RFID tags for use with mobile phones, tablets, and other things with NFC readers in them. So you can use NFC to be able to unlock your phone, or share contact details with someone, or share like a Facebook URL or YouTube video.
And you notice his shirt is a pyramid with an eye in the middle of it in the shape of a D. Don't let that fool you. He's set up, man. Okay, he's one of these, how you say, these provocateurs. He's an agent. That's why that symbol's like that. He didn't come up with that symbol on his own. Okay, he's either set up, has somebody behind him that's help funding him.
To move apps back and forth, but the primary use is to be able to program a tag with a URL or information you want to share. I use my implants to get access to my house, so I use it for access control solutions. I get into my back door every day after I get home. I use it to get access to my car, so I can unlock my car and get in. I can also use it to log into the computer. I also use it to share contact details with people. I also use my implant to access an old freight elevator that I converted into a micro data center. The freight elevator is kind of a cool idea for a data center because it's very tall and you have this natural heat conduction system, but it presented some security challenges. So I had to have the mag lock installed and then attach that to an RFID reader. So I use it to get into the building, as well as unlock the old freight elevator door, and then open that up and get into the data center that way.
getting it injected that day when I went my RFID injection in my hand. It went really well. The reason that I didn't get it on film was because I didn't realize that I'd be getting it injected that day when I went to the place. I thought we were just going to talk it over, but I had the injector with me and I had the tag, so I just did it that day. Everything's sealed up really nicely. You can see a little bit of a scar right there. That's about it. You can feel the tag in my hand, but it's nothing that you would notice just by feeling it. So this tag is great. It's 125 kilohertz, which is really good because I can make a device like this one sitting right next to my computer. Scan it, makes up my computer, and it logs me in. Just like that. My new phone, the Galaxy S5, also has these features. The one I'd like to use the most is to be able to unlock my phone with NFC. But I don't want to carry some tag on me. The tag here in my hand doesn't work because it runs at 125 kilohertz, and the NFC in phones, I think, it's 13.56 kilohertz.
Okay, to break this down, man, these dudes are getting multiple marks. Salaki. They're getting multiple marks in both their hands, as in 2 marks in each of their hands, man. So you're gonna tell me they ain't gonna be catching on to this? People, it's more than catching on. People are multiply doing it, man.
Since this injection went so well, and since I have 2 hands, I thought I'd get my RFID injection in this one as well.
I'm just thinking like probably right there. Just be careful of your finger when you go through.
It's right here.
Yeah.
And just go straight through. You're not worried about nothing else on the back side.
Slow.
Okay.
All right, you know what he's about to do. Pretty much, I ain't watching the surgery. We'll watch the end of it. All right, let me read this before we close out. This is the book of Revelations 13 and verse 15. And it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That's why it says here, let him that hath understanding. So, hey, a lot of people don't have it. And thank Yahweh Shem Yahushai every second of the day that we've been given this understanding to know what this is, man. So with that, keep faith. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Dalban Stel is a great millstone. And this shalom. Keep faith.